I would have been 2, 4, 5, 6.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to State of the Save. That's right, everybody's favorite retro video game podcast. With me, as always, is Michael. How you doing, Michael?
Hello, I'm doing good. Hello, listener. Sorry for the week-long delay. Life stuff happened, a very busy weekend. I've had my first Saturday in like 3 weeks. I could just relax. So that's where we're at.
And Eric's on the highway to hell, boys and girls. Halloween was a hell of a time. And so Halloween weekend was a great weekend, but I am...
Your car broke down twice since the last show.
You had the car break down, then bad decisions were made, then good decisions were made. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm hanging in there by a thread.
And now we podcast.
And now we podcast.
As we say, when life gets crazy, we podcast.
Pretty much. But it's good to be back. I'm excited for today's episode. Once again, just a refresher real quick for the listeners. The show has changed a little bit since back in the day. We are now doing a review each show of a game that the other person gave the other person. So I'll be talking today about the Sega Genesis game. Yes. I played it on a emulator because...
I could have brought you my Sega Genesis.
You could have.
Really wanted to.
But transportation costs in this day and age are just out of the blue. Haunting. And then Michael played Metal Gear Solid Acid because I just wanted him to test it out. And see
you wanted me to play
Metal Gear Solid Acid.
You wanted me to play Metal Gear Acid. I did play Metal Gear Acid. I have thoughts on Metal Gear Acid.
Michael has thoughts, and I don't know what to believe there because I'm just gonna
throw this out there. No notes. I took no notes this time.
This is not a good sign because Michael is usually a very note-taking human being. So we will see. So buckle in, or buckle up. Man, we are
buckle in.
Good luck, ladies and gentlemen.
Buckle out.
It's 8:00 on a Monday, so who knows what's gonna happen.
Historically, our late night episodes are it usually end up being our best ones somehow.
Generally, the ones when we are
thick of it.
When we are the most tired are usually the shows that are the best shows.
When it's 10:00 at night and we're discussing the end of Metal Gear Solid 2: Sons of Liberty, that's when you get deep, or the end of Parasite Eve. That's when you get the real deep philosophical discussions.
Are we going to have a deep philosophical conversation about haunting?
God, I hope so.
If we do, what is life?
What is life?
It's just that becomes a conversation about the afterlife. Ladies and gentlemen, though, let's talk about some video games.
Yes.
Michael, let's start off with you. What have you been doing in the world of video games?
I finished, finally, something on my pile of shame forever. I talked about it a great deal last time. I have finished Final Fantasy Tactics: The Ivalice Chronicles.
So you've mentioned this in the past couple of shows. You've been chopping away at it. This is a childhood game that was never finished.
Yeah,
that, Michael has knocked out now.
I got to about the halfway point. I was further in it than I thought. In terms of story, the halfway point, probably in terms of hour count, more like a third of the way through. But I was at the very tail end of Chapter 2 when there's 4 chapters in this game.
Okay.
And I was at Chapter 2, had just finished Chapter 2 last time. So in the 3 weeks since our previous recording, I finished the game. That story is incredible. That gameplay pacing, this is a very incredibly well-paced RPG. This 40 hours that I spent chipping away at this game felt like a breeze. I have one complaint that sort of crept in near the end, and I wonder if they would have remedied that, if that would rise up another complaint, and that this game being very well paced in terms of the gameplay, the grinding was the perfect amount. I talked a lot about the job system and how the level grinding serves a purpose in that you're constantly gaining new abilities and gaining new powers and new items that your teammates can use in battle and everything, and that was the perfect amount. Very well paced. The story incredibly well paced. Ended at the point where I was still left wanting more at the end of it, and because of it, the stuff that I left wanting more is there's a major side character in this game that is kind of the foil for Ramza, our main character, and the stakes get so high and ballooned so much. This is an RPG, so of course it does. That character sort of takes a back seat in the final quarter of this game, to where his story is still very much complete at the end of it. I would just like to see... He's a very compelling character. I would just want to see more of him. But at the same time, if we saw more of him, that would have led to more battles, which would have expanded that would have ballooned this already like expansive game even more so. And I've already talked about how like perfectly paced it was. I wonder if that me wanting like more story is just like a testament to how good this story is, or if I'm just like left wanting like more of this character to see what they're up to, because it does end in a very, very complete space with the story. It is the end of the story of the War of the Lions, which is what the narrator is chronicalizing throughout this adventure, and it is so well done.
Does it still like maintain the almost like historical like documentation throughout the entire game, or is that just like a trope that follows in the beginning?
It's
like,
at the beginning,
like the whole...
but it's all there through like the menus and everything, because you can undercover, like you're looking through these the lore book serves as like you're looking through like these historical documents on these characters, and as you're unwinding it, this is new for the Ivalice Chronicles version, you see like timelines of like the events. So the presentation aspect leans heavily into the documentation aspect of this, to the point where when you there's a sort of MacGuffin that the character gets that is like a piece of scripture that changes the way the world will see the events that are happening. And you have the ability to like not read that, or you can be like, I want to know what's up. You read that whole thing, and like the narrator will describe to you as like, this will change what you believe about the world of Ivalice. Like, this is just reading this and preaching it will make you a heretic, basically.
But yeah,
is how they describe. So like, there's so much like weight to the ancillary lore and stuff in this game. There's no narrator like giving you it's kind of bookended at the beginning and end of this game, but it's there throughout the presentation.
I am like really like, I did not anticipate this game having that strong of a narrative, because when I've heard about the game, in passing, it's never been like the driving force that people talk about.
The people who were uplifting the story of this game were the ones who played it on the PSP.
Yeah, you talked about that, and I would encourage people to go back to last episode, because you did a really good deep dive into like the differences in like translation and voice acting and things like that.
Yeah,
that the PSP version had that the original PlayStation 1 copy did not.
The PSP had the translation; it did not have the voice acting.
Yes,
this one has the voice acting, and just just calling it voice acting is kind of the performances in this game.
Yeah,
they are so good all the way through this game. I was like in tears at the very end of this thing, just because I was so happy with how this wrapped up. This is now one of my favorite stories in games. This is like one of my favorite games of all time now, just in terms of how perfectly paced of a strategy RPG this is so good, and the story is so compelling all the way through it. At the points where the stakes do ramp up, it's earned. There is like a big dramatic, now this is a like end of the world stakes type game, but it feels earned. It feels like it was always building to that sort of thing, and it never loses the humanity of the characters, which is why it is still like, it still resonates all the way through. You never lose the main character Ramza's like journey and his willingness to like try to change and better the people he's around. Even in combat, there's a lot of interjections of him just being like, please just listen to me. Where it's finally good, like in chapter 4, there's characters be like, wait, you were right, Ramza, this whole time. And it feels like really cathartic. So I will speak highly. I'm not trying to, I don't want to, as weird as it is, I don't want to spoil this 30-year-old game, because I feel like people are discovering the story for the first time in it. So
I feel like this is like a chance for this game to kind of get a second look by so many people, that I think there is an argument to be made that you don't want to spoil it,
Yeah.
Like, we don't really do that on this show a lot, because we're talking about retro games. Hey, surprise, surprise, these things are old. You have probably in passing heard something, and if not, don't listen to the rest. Wait a second, don't say that. Take it back. Do not pass go. No, but like, we generally are in spoiler territory. But no, I think that in this situation there is an argument to be made, like giving it a little bit more of a time for people to kind of discover and get back into it. I am like very happy that this seems to be like the definitive way to experience this game.
For new players, absolutely.
Yeah.
And the old experience is there. I thought about it after beating it. I was like, they rebuilt the original game in this game. I could play this again. I could play the old PS1 version, the one where you set your pieces on the battlefield before you know what the battlefield looks like. You get like a blank, like ethereal screen, and you set your pieces, and you get there and realize they are a mountain apart from each other, and go, "What did I do? I just put my healers on the other side of the battlefield. This is bad." What do you mean? I only put this on one save file. What do you mean? I'm soft locked myself. I
have such a like, yeah, okay, that's the original, and there was something to be said about playing something in the original. Keep that in mind, listener. But I also be like, hey man, sometimes games are just not fucking fun the way they originally were, as nice as they are now. Like, like that's not where the fun comes from, right? Like there's fun in that game, but like the fun part of being like soft locked is not the fun. Like I have a hard time.
It's fun looking back on 20 years later,
yeah,
and being like, oh, remember this fight? He was the guy who soft locked me.
It's like, just because you tolerated something back in the day doesn't mean that that's the fun part.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So I mean, I always struggle.
It's fun as a like looking back nostalgia piece of remember that time we all got soft locked playing Code Veronica? We all forgot the fire extinguisher and now we're stuck.
That was exactly what was going through my head right just now, because one of the few Resident Evil games I have not played that I do want to get back in and play is Code Veronica. And the reason why is because I was told by you how easy it is to soft lock yourself. And so like I am under like this weird situation where I do not want to have that experience. So I'm like holding off, but it has been sitting on. I have that game. I own that game. I don't know why I have not just tried to sit down and try.
I beat that game. You can accidentally soft lock yourself, but I didn't do it. And I found out after the fact. I was like, whoa, glad I didn't do that thing. That would've been bad.
But I'm happy. Like this has been kind of like a little journey we've been on with you.
By the way, your next game is Code Veronica. I'm joking.
I mean, bet. Okay, like, hey, listener, you want to learn like a weird thing I've been working on? I've been trying to make bet like a slogan that I can use a lot. It's not working, but goddamn, and there's some people who really hate when I do it. Oh, it makes me do it all the time. Michael, though, I am happy that this journey with you has been like really successful, and that you have like really got to have this game that's been on like your to-do list for a long time. And when you finally do it, it lives up to the hype that you kind of hyped yourself.
It's the best possible version to do it in. So then this Saturday, I was in a weird spot. I just finished a long game. I'm like, well, my birthday and Christmas is coming up, so I'm in a little bit of a funk. I was like, nothing really sits in my backlog. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna check my wish list on the eShop. $10 or less. Let's go. Top of the wish list. Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate.
Fucking hell. God fucking damn it. We passed the point where I can curse now.
It all comes back to Monster Hunter. And now I spent my entire free time this weekend just playing Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate, which is like a best of the classic Monster Hunter before World. So you got your hot drinks and your cold drinks, so you need a drink before you got in the area or you take constant damage. You got your you got your gathering quests, you got your hub quests, you got 100 monsters in this game.
Dear listener, me and Michael have done so many hours of this show. So many hours. There was only 2 franchises that when Michael talks about, Eric's eyes slowly start to glaze over. 1 is Monster Hunter. 2 is Sonic.
I thought you were going to say Persona.
No, Persona, I have like a passing interest in. Like I can listen to you talk about. Will I play a Persona game? Probably not. But
you'll listen to Reach Out for the Truth.
I'll listen to that. That's a baller song. But when we talking Sonic and we're talking Monster Hunter. Oh my god, it's so hard.
One day you will see the light that is Monster Hunter.
Don't be trying to bring me into this cult of like
you
Monster Hunter.
All you gotta do is reach the Anjanath, and then all will be revealed.
Listen here, I am Monster Hunter agnostic.
Wilds is good. It's like the tutorial is a 15-hour like story campaign, and then you get to the real game. It's great.
Know what's going through my head right now? Do. It's elevator music because I can't do this. Jesus.
Anyway, Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate is a lot of fun as a Monster Hunter fan, and it's like just a good game to play in between while waiting for the big content updates for Monster Hunter Wilds. I'm ready for that, whatever the expansion is going to be for that thing. I love Monster Hunter is my sicko game. I just lose myself to Monster Hunter. It just happens. Anyway,
this is gonna sound like such a dick statement. I'm happy for you.
Thank you.
I'm happy that you're happy.
I have it on the Switch on the table right in front of me.
You could get that shit off my table. No, Oh my god. Jesus.
Anyway.
Okay. So let's go over to what I've been doing.
Yes, please.
So there's you know what, Michael? You know what I like in life?
Character action games?
I like character action games. I like ninjas. I like over the top ninja action.
You like bosses where the lyrics kick in at the second phase?
Oh yeah, all the time. And like, you know, if they don't have a second phase, you know that those just going to be like, it's a cutscene at that point. Like all bosses must have multiple phases.
Of course.
I like ninja ladies that are out there, you know, being ninja ladies. I like I like ninja action. All right. And Ninja Gaiden 4 came out this month. Yeah.
The one reason you're still holding on to your Game Pass subscription at the moment.
Yes, I held on to the Game Pass subscription to play Ninja Gaiden 4. Ninja Gaiden 4 was one of my most anticipated games of this year. Primarily because Ninja Gaiden Black 2 is one of my favorite video games of all time. I love that video game.
I need to get back in the Ninja Gaiden. I love Ninja Gaiden that I played, but I need to play more.
Ninja Gaiden's good, man. Like I love those games. And particularly Ninja Gaiden Black 2, which came out I believe this year. If not last, I think it was last year.
Beginning of this year, because they proclaimed it was the year of the ninja.
Because there was also the side-scrolling.
There was also the side-scrolling Ninja Gaiden game,
which I probably
Ninja Gaiden Ragebound. There was a new Shinobi game that came out this year.
I should play those. We'll add that to the list. But I love Ninja Gaiden. I went and played some of the collection 1, 2, 3. I played some of those. And so I basically I've been kind of in the Ninja Gaiden ward a lot this year. Ninja Gaiden 2 Black really though was like my this high point. I was so sold. I was so ready for Ninja Gaiden 4. Ninja Gaiden 4 is everything I wanted from this video game, and I will fight anybody who argues with me.
Yay! It's how I felt about Final Fantasy Tactics. Yes. It's amazing.
Like this game's amazing. So like,
yes.
Does the story make a ton of sense?
No.
Fuck you. Fuck you. Like the first thing I saw like TikTok was some asshole in front of his Xbox being like, "Oh no, what the fuck's happening in this video game?"
Good.
Do you have a cool sword? Did you cut a ghost shark apart? Because I cut a ghost shark apart.
That sounds amazing. This looks like the sequel to Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance that I'll never get.
This game has grinding on poles.
Okay.
Jumping back and forth to get past trains. We get a wakeboard. So in the previous games, Ryu, who is not our main character in this game, runs on water. He runs across the water. Pop, 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 pop. It's all cool.
Yeah.
This guy, to take it up one notch, because he's a part of a different clan, don't you know? See, I understand this story. Everyone else is like, this story makes no sense. I'm having a great time. I'm totally understanding it. He's a part of the Raven clan, different clan. He has a wakeboard that he wakeboards across the water because that's cool.
Yeah.
You know what's cool? Jumping on a rail, grinding down a rail, jumping and using a suit that pops out of your back to fly across in the air, then wakeboarding across the the water, and then when you're coming off on the shore, jumping up in the air and stabbing a fool with a sword.
That is cool.
Video game stuff.
That is objectively a cool thing, yes.
And this game we have a new protagonist. He's significantly different than Ryu. Ryu is there, and late in the game we do play as Ryu.
Yeah.
So it's not like he's gone. But the new protagonist is cool. They did the thing that like Devil May Cry and other games have done, where they switch up the protagonist for the action game. Yeah. Character action game. But like it totally works. He's awesome. Weapon selection is great. We have big over the top boss battles. We have optional like Slayer Gate stuff. You know how like in Doom Eternal and Doom the Dark Ages,
like alternate challenge paths.
Yeah.
Like
it's like
Bayonetta does that.
Yes.
Stuff.
Yeah. Well, like I was thinking like Doom Eternal in particular. Like in Doom Eternal, you have Slayer Gates.
Yeah.
This has basically that. They're like a gate, and you make a wager on your health bar.
Okay.
And so there was like a risk game. There's like a gambling mechanic to it. There's optional side missions. Mostly it's like assassinate these group of guys who are off the beaten path, kill a certain number of enemies in a certain way. Okay. So there's like side mission stuff, but you can totally ignore it.
Yeah.
The previous Ninja Gaiden games had like little things like where you can find like charms, increase your health, stuff like that. It's very similar. It's freaking hard, which Ninja Gaiden needs to be hard. Like if you've played these games, like I'm playing on normal.
There's like a million difficulty settings or something.
So this one starts you off with only 3.
Okay.
But it will beat you in. Like some of these these bosses are fight. They're tough. Pattern it's old school video game boss fights where it's like pattern recognition, using the appropriate weapon, that usually the weapon you just unlocked, to do things. Our main character has he uses blood magic kind of stuff. So he empowers his weapons with blood magic. Hey, know what's cool in Ninja Gaiden games? Bow staffs. Bow staff weapon, always the best weapon in a Ninja Gaiden game.
Oh yeah.
Know what's even better than a bow staff?
What's better than a bow staff?
How about a bow staff that turns into a hammer that's a rocket hammer?
Yes. Okay. This game
is cool.
I love games that just know exactly what they are.
It's just over the top, insane, beat down demons and ninjas. Help sexy ladies unlock demons to kill more demons. That is the story of this game.
That's a gameplay loop.
It's the best game. Listen, I have played some amazing video games this year. I played Expedition 33. That's probably my game of the year. Doom the Dark Ages. So many good games so far this year. But Ninja Gaiden 4 is the most video game of them all.
Sold. Okay.
And it's so good. Michael, play Ninja Gaiden 4. You'll have a great time.
I want to. I need to buckle down and just play the entire Ninja Gaiden series. What's your thought as a Ninja Gaiden fan? I've been wanting to ask a Ninja Gaiden fan this. What's the deal with Ninja Gaiden 3? Is it as bad as everyone says it is?
I did not like it. It's the only one I didn't make headway in.
Okay.
So, I played the Black series primarily. So I played Ninja Gaiden Black. Mm-hmm. I did not finish that one.
I played the Sigma version on PS3.
Okay, I did not play.
I think that people were saying has some weird stuff and is not as good as the Xbox version of Black. It's so confusing.
Yeah,
there's a million releases of the first Ninja Gaiden. I can't wrap my head around them.
So, as a relatively new fan to the franchise, I don't have my head wrapped around all of that. Mm-hmm. I played Ninja Gaiden Black.
Okay.
Then I played Ninja Gaiden 2 Black, which is the newest one.
Mm-hmm.
That thing is amazing. Now that also has a lot of like additional missions added where you play as optional character, like other characters.
That's not just like a remake. That's a full on like remake, sort of thing, right?
Yeah, and it's like it's not a remaster because it's not like doing massive changes, but they do add the extra missions for the new characters and stuff, which is kind of the Black thing.
Yeah,
that you get the new missions added.
Mm-hmm.
Then I tried 3. I did not like 3 at all. 3's just not. Maybe a Black version of 3 would fix some stuff, but I didn't finish it.
Mm-hmm.
Also, there's no reason that you have to play this franchise in some large order. That's not the draw.
Yeah.
Like, even with this, like, you are totally fine. Now, I would say start with Ninja Gaiden 2 Black, because I love that game. But the draw is not necessarily playing them in some story order or nothing like that. It's just the combat, man. The combat feels so good. You know, hitting 200 hit combos, 300 hit combos. I'm not like a professional, like, I don't hit those combos in like Devil May Cry or Bayonetta. But in Ninja Gaiden, I can. Just something about the combat sticks. Doing crazy stuff where you knock a guy up in the air and you grab him around his waist and then like power drive him from like 20 feet in the air straight into the ground. His head explodes. Oh my God. It's perfect. One of the weapons in this thing you get is just a box that sits on your back because it's like a weapon of random bullshit. The
Moon Knight?
Yeah. Where he's like, random bullshit, go. That's what it is. Like, if you do range attacks, he's throwing like ninja stars and like daggers. And if you do close quarters, he's like hitting you with like a stick and then a morning star and like whatever was in there. And if you do like the blood magic stuff, like robot arms come out of it and start stabbing you with robot arms.
Okay.
And if you like hit multiple combos with the throwing side of it, you throw a grenade. Like, it's just like random bullshit out of the box, basically. Like,
I need to play this.
It's so good. I am pretty much almost done with it. I am at the Ryu section, which is pushing the end of the game. And, dude, so good. So good. I've knocked it out in about a week. So I think I've played like 9 hours of it, 8 hours of it in about a week. Like, I just mainline that damn thing. So Ninja Gaiden 4 is definitely living up to my hype. I'm happy about it. There was a conversation to be made that when this is done, if the Game Pass hangs around or not. We shall see. But I also, Michael,
all it takes is one bad month for you to drop it.
Well, for the price now, yeah. If I'm not playing something out there in a month,
I would. Everything I'm seeing about the Outer Worlds 2 just looks like my thing. That looks like my kind of RPG.
So, I have that downloaded. I played through the other Obsidian RPG this year, which was Absolved. Was it Absolved? Avowed. It was an A-word. I did not like Avowed. I finished it, but I did not like it. It came out in a time when there wasn't a ton for me to play, and I was desperate for a good RPG. And there was things about Avowed that were good. Like, I did like some of the combat mechanics. I liked a couple, like, of the like cast. There was 2 out of like the small cast that I really liked, and then the other ones were just kind of blah.
Yeah.
I hit a point in that game where I was getting towards the end, and I just mainlined all the dialogue and got it done, which is not a good sign to me for an RPG. I just like the characters were not great. They did have a character who was voiced by the same voice actor as the guy who plays Garrus.
Yep.
That's pretty cool. I think Garrus is in Ninja Gaiden 4.
Ooh.
I think I need to look up that guy's in there, because he is like there's like a teacher character, right? Who is his thing is like you buy the combos and stuff from him, and he sounds just like Garrus. So I wonder if Garrus is in Ninja Gaiden 4.
Garrus might be in Ninja Gaiden 4.
One of my favorite characters in Ninja Gaiden 4, not Ninja Gaiden 4, in Avowed was the character that the voice actor from Garrus played. He was pretty cool. But I also played the Outer Worlds, the first one, for a little bit. Played maybe about 7 hours of it when it came out, and it's just never clicked. Now, I'm gonna put like a little dot here and say, I also don't know if the Bethesda style RPG connects with me anymore. Because remember, I also tried to play Starfield. I played like 15 hours of Starfield.
Well, that just might be Starfield too.
Yeah, Starfield was a whole lot of nothing. But I really struggle with that presentation even now, because
The Obsidian, not the Obsidian, the Oblivion remaster came out this year. Did you fiddle with that some?
I did fiddle with that. And listen, that was good. But also, that's Oblivion, and it's mixed in with a lot of nostalgia.
Oh, because you can't come into that game objective anymore, sort of.
No, I can't. I cannot sit there and tell you if Oblivion Remastered connected with me because it is a good remaster. Looks great, runs great, all that stuff. But it's also playing off of the fact that like I spent God knows how many hours sitting there playing Oblivion when it came out. So like
if I were to hand you Fallout New Vegas right now, you'd be like, let's go.
If they did a remaster of Fallout New Vegas, I would probably be like, oh shit. And like I would, instantly be, hooked because it is hooked to like the nostalgia of that game.
Mm-hmm.
Like Fallout 3, even like I know those games, if I came to them fresh, would I still have the same love for them? I don't know. But I will say I've played multiple Bethesda style RPGs because this is of the same ilk. And none of them are connecting, and I don't know if that's necessarily the quality of these games or if that's necessarily that style not connecting. Because I will say there was a genuine lack of like, it doesn't just feel right to me. Where like other games like the Baldur's Gate Baldur's Gate 3 and all these other games, they feel so alive.
Yeah.
The Bethesda style feels so kind of dead-eyed. Like even like the little things, like when you talk to people, how it zooms in on the camera and you pick the selections from, it just feels so dead.
Okay,
it was my problem with Starfield. No one, and now Starfield also I think was the ward itself was I thought Starfield's ward was boring as hell. Mm-hmm. Like I never connected with anything in that ward. The one faction I wanted to learn about the most was the faction that was not in the bulk of the game, and like I really struggle. But I kind of, because I have heard good things about Outer Worlds 2. Like I hear that because they do great stuff. Like they do like the stupid path, right? If you lower your intelligence to nothing, you have like a whole different experience in that game because just being dumb is a way of playing through that game. They do good stuff. I don't want to criticize them as games makers, but it's just something about that style is not connected.
Obsidian has always been like the dark horse, like video game developer, the RPG maker. They've always been like the punk rock band to like BioWare's like hit makers. They've always been like we're gonna do the weird offshoot thing. Like BioWare's over here making Mass Effect. We're gonna make Alpha Protocol. We're gonna make Fallout New Vegas. We're gonna make the second Star Wars RPG, Knights of the Old Republic 2, The Sith Lords. Then we're gonna kickstart like the Pillars of Eternity series right when Larian is building up to like their Divinity Original Sin series all the way up to Baldur's Gate 3. So now it's like Larian kind of took the big mainstream RPG success, and Obsidian is still doing like the ragtag, we made this weird world that is held, don't look behind the scenes because it's all held together with duct tape and string sort of thing. So I still love that Obsidian's still out there kind of occupying that weird niche of you might vibe with this, you might not type of RPGs. And I really love that about Obsidian.
Yeah,
but they also made Pentiment, which is apparently a weird, completely different thing that I really want to check out because Obsidian's strong point has always been their writing. So to make a game that is just the writing is like, oh, of course this is their like most critically acclaimed thing because you took out all the things you were kind of rough at and just focus on your strength. Weird how that works.
Yeah, I think that is a great way of describing it. I think that I hear that the combat is better, but I also heard that a lot about like Avowed. Yeah, I really don't. I don't know if I have the tolerance anymore for RPGs where the combat is just like serviceable, because so many games now come out that have the amazing story capabilities, but also have great combat. And it's like, I feel like the Bethesda games really always kind of rode off of, well, the world is great and the characters are great and the story is great, but the combat, you just do that for the sake of combat. And
Yeah.
like, I don't know if I have that in me anymore.
Mhm.
Like, I don't think I'm okay with you just having a weak pillow. I do hear that things have improved in the second game, so I'm gonna give it a shot. I think I want to like it because, like I said, Oblivion remaster and stuff like that. It's hard for me to tell if that game style doesn't connect with me anymore, or have these been just weak versions of that
Yeah.
style.
The Switch version of Outer Worlds was apparently rough, but apparently got an update, and now it runs pretty fine on Switch too. So now I'm like, hey, a portable version of Outer Worlds might be pretty good.
It's not a bad idea.
That might be we'll see.
You know, and then the other thing I'll talk about real fast is I went back to Mass Effect Andromeda. In Eric's every 6 months he tries to play through Mass Effect Andromeda and then gets real mad.
How far did you make it this time?
I've got farther than I have before.
Is it still bad?
You know, I'm trying desperately to be positive.
That's a great sentence. That was me when I bought the game for $60 new. So it's alright.
Former
Mass Effect. It's great.
Former host on this show, Nick, got that game for Christmas and like
Oh no!
powered through it in like a couple weeks and like gaslit himself to hell.
I did that too. I got that game on release day. Gaslit myself, going, it's a little rough around the edges, but the first Mass Effect was also rough around the edges, and that ends up becoming one of my favorite games of all time. And then I rolled credits and felt nothing.
It's just such a soulless game
compared
compared to the greatness of that trilogy.
Hey, we got this.
Fuck it. I intentionally make my character not say anything positive, but you can't be negative. You can't be negative in that game. If you like pick like the negative version of things, he'll be like, "I know things look rough right now, but it's gonna be okay."
Because
I'm like,
we got
"Motherfucker,
this."
let me be a dick. Let me be a dick." Shepard could be a dick in the Mass Effect franchise.
Mhm.
He shoot a dude out a window if you hit the right button. Like he punched a lady reporter in Mass Effect 1. Didn't give a shit. Why is
And those are the best options.
They're so good.
Even on good runs, I still knock the guy out the window and say, "How about goodbye?"
Okay, this might be a personality trait for me, but I personally do not believe that any of us are 100% good or 100% evil. Let me clarify, most of us. And so, like, by taking away the option to be rough around the edges, to be a dick, it just makes all your characters cookie cuddle and boring. Because, like, when you put me in a room with 20 people, there's about a 90% chance somebody in that room I don't fucking like. And so I do not like how sterile that video game feels. And I keep hoping for the best. The combat's pretty good though,
Yeah.
so we'll see how that goes.
Yep.
I don't know if I'll
You
get
sound
far.
like me. Yep. The combat's pretty good. Yep.
I can shoot fire out of my hand.
Yeah.
But
you can use a sword. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, but god damn it, everyone's so boring. Liam, the boringest fucking dude.
The worst part. He
What?
has the best loyalty mission. It still won't make you like him, but I'm like, hey, this game's trying some cool stuff with zero gravity. That's cool.
Okay.
There's a Star Wars reference.
Oh, of course those are.
Yay!
You know what makes me sad? This is the last thing I'll say before I get to this week's show.
Mass Effect.
I don't think we're ever going to get them fucking that next Mass Effect.
If we do,
They talked to like the voice actor recently who plays Liara, and they're like, "Are you in the next game?" And she like hyped it up for a second. She's like, "No," because I didn't hear anything about it.
Jennifer Hill's doing a stream to celebrate N7 Day in a few days.
Is she doing it or is EA doing it?
I don't know.
Because I'm assuming EA probably didn't go get her. And you
Right.
know what? Fuck them. Because
I don't
she's
know
a great voice
anymore.
actress. And like, I don't need Shepard necessarily back. There is an argument to be made that Shepard dying at the end of Mass Effect 3 is the way it needs to end. But I think it's a really dumb idea to not put anybody. You know, Liara has like a voice cameo appearance in Andromeda.
Yeah.
You go to your like dad's room because that's a bullshit thing. Because your dad, you get your position off.
I will say one
fucking
good thing. I
nepotism.
will say one good thing about Andromeda. Your father's appearance is based on how you designed your twin characters, so that's kind of cool.
Cool. Cool. I also got
That's
my
the nicest
position
thing
in
I'll
that.
say about this game.
I got that position in that game off of nepotism. Why are you the
It's
Pathfinder?
realistic.
Why are you the Pathfinder? Because my dad was.
Stolen Valor. You take his
It's
incentive.
stolen valor in that game where you wear your N7 armor. You're like, oh, I'm like my dad.
Yeah, that's weird.
I don't like that game.
Anyway.
Let's talk about some video games that we played for
Yes.
this show. There's a little bit of a longer segment, but we promised the people we gotta make up for the fact that it's been 3 weeks.
Yeah, we you're getting an extra week's worth of content in here.
I want to hold off on Acid real quick because I feel like that's the big reveal.
Okay. Tell me about your thoughts with Haunting.
Haunting is a fascinating video game. First of all, Michael, how did you acquire this copy of Haunting? As I am holding your copy in my hand.
Yes. That's for real, a physical copy that I have of Haunting, just to show.
What are you talking
hey, I
about?
still
Every
have
time
this,
we
yeah.
play something on the non-official hardware, it's because we ripped it from the
Exactly,
original
my
game.
official copy of Haunting,
Yeah.
starring Polterguy for the Sega Genesis. It's one of those games. I was so young when I had a Sega Genesis. I was born after the Sega Genesis when my parents
Fucking damn it.
were just, hey, so are you.
No, it wasn't.
As the Sega Genesis came out in '89, we're younger than.
Oh, is it
Genesis.
89?
89.
Oh, yeah, it was.
But it was kind of right. It was kind of just coasting along until Sonic the Hedgehog came out in '91. So we were born after the Genesis. My dad had a Genesis, and my aunt had a Genesis. And at some point, the libraries just combined. It was one of those things. This was back at the time when you just grab whatever game was cheap at the electronics store. You go and pick up some batteries, and you're like, "Oh, here's a bin of Sega Genesis games. I bet my son or daughter might like this." So
No, you're right. I mean,
I don't know how I acquired all of my Sega Genesis games. I have the Sega Genesis copy of Mortal Kombat. I have 3 copies of Sonic the Hedgehog 2 for some reason. I have the Berens. Yes, I have Haunting and the Berenstain Bears game on the same library.
but I can't get mad about that because I actually kind of love seeing people's list of games that they are playing and watching random ass copies show up. I like hearing someone being yeah, dude, my favorite game growing up was this Disney license game or whatever.
Because a lot of them were made by Capcom, and a lot of them were really
the
good.
Aladdin game and stuff is considered really good. But I like that. There is something to be said that every game could be somebody's favorite game.
Yeah.
But it's just this is such a, first of all, this is an arcade
Yes.
game. It's not it feels like an arcade game, which is common of the time.
Yeah.
Because there was a lot of hey man, I've been designing arcade games for 10 years. Now I'm in charge of making games for consoles. I'm just going to keep doing arcade games for consoles.
What if I told you that the lead developers of this were former Midway devs before switching to Electronic Arts?
These guys make Smash TV or something?
They made Ramparts, stuff like that. Puzzle arcade games.
Totally.
Was what they were. Cyberball? They made... I think
Cyberball?
I think Cyberball was in one of their lineages here.
Okay.
So...
Totally, you can see it. You can see it. And nothing wrong with that. I'm not saying that as a bad thing.
No.
But I was playing through this, and I was like, this is an arcade game.
You can see quarters, you can see the insert coin thing probably popping up to this. Just the fail states and how you progress. You could totally see insert coin to get more slime sort of mechanic in the arcades. But
I was also really, really impressed with it's such a weird concept, right?
Yeah, let's describe the game first off for people
You
who
play
don't know.
as a ghost.
Yes.
Who is trying to haunt this pretty shitty family out of their homes. And by doing that, you're using your meter of, what is it called?
It's ectometer.
Ectometer.
Is we're saying that the reason he's haunting him is because the guy owns overseas skateboarding shops. And of course, our rad dude, Polterguy, was on one of those skateboards and died and dodged a wrongful death lawsuit. So now you're haunting his whole family.
This is the family, in the movie Matilda?
Oh, yes, they are. It's basically the family from Matilda.
It's the family from Matilda. I kept thinking about that the entire time.
Yes, okay.
There's Danny DeVito over here. But, you're basically trying to scare them out of the home by triggering spooky events around the home. And then there was like a weird like afterlife place you get sent to when you run out of ectoplasm. Which I did not like that mechanic.
Yeah. It's neat. It's neat the first couple times, and then you realize that the platforming there is near borderline miserable.
Yeah. And I get the concept. You're like bringing yourself back to haunt them, like you're getting yourself out of hell, or whatever.
Like it costs like your physical life to haunt people.
Yes.
So
you and listen, is this a game that is complicated? Not particularly. Now I am glad. I'm looking through right here the very handy print off that Michael sent me, which is of the instruction manual, which was helpful because there was a couple of things where I just would not have known without this. Now, I am not going to say that's a bad thing because these games were sold under the assumption that you have an instruction manual. So, like, anytime I play a game like this and I don't know how something works because I don't have the instruction manual, I don't dock the game for it. It's like blaming in Metal Gear Solid not knowing Mero's Kodak number. The game assumed you had bought the game and had the Kodak number. So it's like I can't fault it. But I am like a sucker for this mechanic. And also I'm a sucker for the fact that this is a game, I don't see how a game like this would happen today.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it is so lighthearted. It's very 80s Monster Squad.
Yeah, Monster Squad. I was thinking like Beetlejuice was one.
Very Beetlejuice.
Yeah, very Beetlejuice.
Very Beetlejuice.
The scares, especially.
Yeah, and like
so
you like
Beetlejuice.
turn have blood seek out from behind the couch or something.
Mm.
You know,
my personal favorite is the bathtub where a mummy just falls inside the bathtub and then like fills up with blood.
It's also so very like over the top 80s cheesy. Like if you know what the game reminds me of like. It reminds me of like a 1990s Halloween like trick or treat bucket you would have.
Yeah.
Where it's like a stereotypical mummy, a stereotypical Dracula, a stereotypical Frankenstein. Like it's like that.
Yeah.
You know? It's a simple game, it's a fun game. I really, really enjoyed the art style to it because it is so 80s-tastic.
Mm-hmm.
I'm assuming this came out early 90s? Because I feel like this gotta be a later Genesis.
93? 93. It's like a mid to late Genesis game, I think. I think 93. Don't hold me to that.
It feels like it's gotta be like that. But just from like even a design perspective, it is, like I said, it is an arcade game. I finished it, I think, in 2 sittings.
Mm-hmm.
Like I played it, and like I think I played it all the way through in 1, but I kind of had to fiddle with it the first time because I was struggling to get the ectoplasm kind of stuff. And maybe I'm just an idiot. Like unless you kind of have a solid plan, because you have to like guide the guys out of the room.
It's hurting sheep basically.
Yeah,
not so much cats because they do kind of follow your path. You do scare them enough, and they will just, once you hit a certain point, they will just run to the nearest door.
But the problem with that is it uses a lot of, like, I felt like I was using more ectoplasm to do that than to try to lead them.
Yeah.
And maybe that's just me not understanding that.
Mm-hmm.
But for me, like, I was trying to, like, always move scares to move them towards the door, you know? But did this come out in arcade? I wouldn't want.
No, it did not. It was not an arcade.
I feel like this game probably should have.
It would have. I think it would have had a bigger audience if it did come out in an arcade cabinet versus being like this weird Sega Genesis game. Because it is, even for a Sega Genesis game, it is very short.
Yeah,
if you know what you're doing, you can beat this game in an hour.
Like I said, I think I fiddled around with it for a little bit longer than an hour. And like then I came back and I was like, now I kind of know how to do this.
Now you're buckling down and you're like, I'm gonna play the game now that I figured it out.
Well, like I know how to manage the the ectoplasm. I didn't keep having to go back to hell and get myself built back up every time. So you minimize the amount of time you have to do that, and that makes the game a lot faster.
The best thing about it is I love the little dance he does when you get out of hell when the door opens and he just does like the finger guns.
Well, he is Sid from Toy Story.
Yes.
But Sid from Toy Story if he had a righteous cause. You know? And like I said, like the whole concept of him like terrifying children, but they fix that by making them the family from Matilda, where you're like, these people are horrible. I don't feel bad.
You're introduced to them when they're just throwing the food at each other.
Yeah, they're shitty people. Like, and it's so characteristically over the top, you don't feel any shame terrifying a little kid, because that kid is probably a piece of shit. I actually really enjoyed this. I never even heard of this video game before I played it.
I'm so happy. I thought it was a perfect Halloween game.
It's like an 80s-tastic, early 90s Halloween special on ABC.
Yeah.
Like, this is Halloween Town. Very happy to play this.
The most legendary thing about the game is, I think the one that like carries over to people, is how bad the ending is to this game. It ends on a joke. Did you beat the final boss? That weird thing, or did you even get to? If you didn't, that's fine.
I don't know if what?
The final boss of this game after you beat the fourth house.
No, I did not beat all 4 houses.
You did not beat all 4 houses.
I got like 2 3 houses.
Okay, that's
3
fine.
Houses.
Gotcha. It's more of the same. It's the fourth house place, much of the same. The final boss, I'm going to spoil the ending of Haunting.
Okay.
It's worth watching the end on YouTube because it's so stupid. The game ends on a joke. The dog actually turns out to be like an alien. Then you fight the alien with the worst. All of a sudden you have, the like scare that you have where you can like throw the bombs and stuff in the house. Now that is your mechanic to now fight the boss.
Oh no.
It's not fun.
Because that mechanic works because you'll pretty much like...
Yeah, now aim it precisely at this boss fight. Yeah,
you just kind of toss it. That's like a spook them without having to, possess something kind of thing. I don't like that at all.
So then once you beat the boss, Polterguy turns human. Like, he's so happy. And then all of a sudden, a giant, like, cartoon anvil just falls on his head, and he dies again.
That fucking sucks. Fuck that shit.
Yeah, it's a legendarily terrible ending.
But that's a very arcadey...
It's a very arcade ending. Like, oh, that's fun. Like, I beat the game and saw a 5-second ending because the next guy wants to play.
It's like Rampage. It feels like it's just like we did this just to get it over with.
This is very much like an arcade game and not like a full console game, but it exists only on this console. So and it was re-released on like a compilation on like the PSP, but that's still
like a Sega compilation or something.
EA compilation.
EA compilation.
Yeah, of like their like retro stuff.
Oh, okay.
I think like Road Rash was maybe on that thing.
I have played Road Rash.
Was Road Rash an EA game?
Was Spy Hunter one of theirs?
I don't know.
I don't know why I feel like that's an EA game as well.
Is that might have been.
I don't remember exactly.
Spy Hunter.
Because you know why I'm like thinking that is I feel like so for a while like I used to get a lot of those compilation games, not for the PSP necessarily, but for like the Game Boy Advance. Like I had like the Namco one that was like Galaga, Gala X, Pac-Man, Dig Dug, Pole Position, I think.
Namco did a lot of those.
Like, yeah, I had some of those. And so, like, I kind of like those things, and I kind of wish they put them out more now. Because, like, now you could throw those things on, like, 50 games on one download for $10. They do it every once in a while.
Namco has a really good one, like, on the Switch. They're basically all on the Switch. Capcom does a million of those.
Well, Capcom does the fighting game collections. Capcom does are legitimately very good.
They have the beat 'em up collection.
Yeah, the beat 'em up collection. I bought the Marvel vs. Capcom collection.
They also have a collection of their just like straight up like old arcade games. Marvel, Capcom.
They do,
collection.
Don't they?
Yeah, you can buy the whole pack, or you can buy each game for like $2.
They do.
Yep. So if you want to buy like, I don't know, Saturday Night Slam Masters, that goes on sale for like 99 cents. If you want a legit like download of Saturday Night Slam Masters, You want a wrestling game from from Capcom at their fighting game peak?
I mean, I will say this, like, damn, I bought the Marvel vs. Capcom collection, and that was a hell of a deal because it had, not only did it have like Marvel vs. Capcom 2, but it had like X-Men vs. Street Fighter and Marvel versus Street Fighter and all these things. That's a great collection. It was great to flick back and forth to all those games and kind of see how like the progression is. I will say Marvel vs. Capcom 2 is like the peak of that. You can just play that one. But yeah. It also had Whitley the Punisher beat 'em up on there. And
Spy Hunter was Midway.
Spy Hunter was Midway.
Yeah.
Okay, yes.
It's been a while since we had more Midway arcade collections, please. I know we just got the Mortal Kombat one, which is apparently good on PC, but has like a lot of input lag if you're playing on consoles for some reason.
Yeah, I heard. Like I read some reviews on it because I went.
Yeah,
I was like, well, maybe I should wish list this, and when it's cheap, I'll grab it. And then like the reviews were all like, this is a kind of a shoddy port.
They're like, this is great. Asterisk, like the collection. If it's on PC, it's amazing, but apparently the console port has some like heavy input lag, like 100 milliseconds or something.
There's no excuse for that, man.
Which is 1/10 of a second is a long time when you hit a button in a fighting game for when your character's supposed to do something. And these are as we established in our Blitz the League or Blitz 2001 episode, Midway arcade games will cheat. Yes. They do not play fair.
Also,
you need every tool in your toolbox to get through those things.
Dude, I'll say this before I will say this. Haunting, very good. Had a great time with it.
Yes.
One of the reasons why I like doing the show like it is now, because we can play weird ass shit.
Yeah.
There was no excuse to do a modern day port collection and not have it be halfway decent. Because if you can have a group of people in their basements do a mod supported port of something and it turned out great, there was no excuse for a multi-million-dollar company to put out a shitty version of an old game.
Exactly. Yeah. Especially when it will just all you're doing is just driving people to fight Cade at that point.
And the last thing I'll say is like the perfect example of this is the Star Wars Battlefront collection, where they fucked that up. I was so damn excited, and then I saw what they had done to my precious Star Wars Battlefront 2, and
look how they massacred my boy.
Yeah, these are PlayStation 2 games, and you motherfuckers.
No, there's no excuse.
It's unexcusable. Everything should go to Night Dive.
Everything should go to Night Dive. Those poor souls are like
not poor souls, heroes.
They're heroes, but just they're working. Imagine working on just everything under the sun, and people being like, "Do this, do this, do this, do this."
There's a YouTuber that I'm a big fan of called Civi11,
mm-hmm.
and because of his success, it's just every time people are just sending him games like "Win Pro Quake 4, Civi." Like, it's just the whole thing of there's like, no matter what he puts out, someone else is hitting him with, "When are you doing this game, Civi?" And just like that for Night Dive was just like, whatever game I want to see again. When are you going to do it, Night Dive? But those guys are heroes. We should get them blackjack and hookers and let them have a wonderful time.
They're like, we spent years building System Shock from the ground up, and it's not enough for you.
I've been staring at the Thing remastered that they did.
I've also been looking at the Thing.
We should play the Thing remastered.
Bring back the old format to play the Thing.
You know
a great movie.
The Thing's a great movie.
I watched that for the first time last year, and I was like, that might be the best horror movie.
It's one of the best. I mean, it's so
it's bleak.
Oh yeah, nothing good happens in the Thing. Yeah, it's got a John Carpenter soundtrack in there too, man. That naturally good.
The best monster effects. So much. Oh god.
Oh my god. Okay, we'll talk about that later.
Yeah.
Michael.
Yes.
Metal Gear Solid Acid.
Metal Gear Acid.
Metal Gear Acid. I'm sorry. Metal Gear Acid.
Metal Gear Acid.
Tell me it's good.
Okay. So I went to Metal Gear Acid thinking like, well, this is going to be very different from like the traditional Metal Gear Solid games I really love. It's more of like a deck builder side of things, but it also leans heavily into like turn-based strategy. I'm like, okay, I like that a lot. Okay, the story isn't really doing anything for me, but what was the downfall, I think, for me playing Metal Gear Acid was the presentation was very weak. This is a game that it uses like regular like polygon stuff. There's nothing like truly like stylistic about it. When I think Metal Gear, first off, I think of style.
Okay.
And also that the fact that this is not a game that explains its mechanics very well.
Okay.
I was very confused on what exactly this game wanted to do. Like every time you use a card, there's like a cost to use the card. But I'm like, okay, my cost is building up to something. I don't know what that mechanic does. There's a lot. You're using movement cards to sneak around, but every time you like want to like end your movement or end your or tradition, you don't use a card to go to a CQC move. You select that item like from a menu, right?
Okay.
The story aspect is like, Snake, you need to go in and stop this nuclear weapon because some psychic twins hijack a plane.
Okay.
That's pretty good. And then but with the writing of someone who is trying to emulate Kojima style without Kojima being present. Also, the fact that this is going to be set in the time when this is a non-canon game. This is going to be set in the time when Metal Gear Solid 4 is about to be taking place. So then you're just thinking, well, this doesn't make sense with the timeline because Snake is actively accelerating.
This is supposed to be post 2?
Yeah, this is supposed to be post Metal Gear Solid 2.
Why did I think this was post Metal Gear Solid 1?
This is post Metal Gear Solid 2. This takes place in the year of 2011, and Metal Gear Solid 4 takes place in 2014.
Damn.
So we are post Metal Gear Solid 2, but pre Metal Gear Solid 4. So it's a weird place in the timeline to be. So there's a lot going on. So where I started to really turn against Metal Gear Acid was the fact that there's not a lot of information that is being presented to you, the player. And in a turn-based RPG, especially one with stealth mechanics, I want to be able to see at a moment's notice, especially while playing on a portable screen, where I'm going to be seen, where the entry points are, what equipping my gun will do versus using my gun, where the enemy sees me, will they hear me? I feel like all of that information was kind of obscured. And the fact that this game does not have a tutorial to kind of lead you in, the closest thing you get is you watch a cutscene of someone higher level than you playing the game, and being like, what cards are they playing? What are they doing? Yeah, you just watch a video of another character you haven't met playing cards and stuff. So, unfortunately, I dropped Metal Gear Acid after 2 hours.
God damn.
But because this is a Metal Gear show, there's a plot twist.
Doom.
I was like, okay.
One
Metal Gear Acid's not for me.
I wish y'all could have seen Michael lean forward though, because goddamn, it was cinematic.
Because I may have stopped playing Metal Gear Acid, but I was like, you know what? We're going to try Metal Gear Acid 2.
Holy shit!
Metal Gear Acid 2 fixes all my problems.
Oh my god, there's a plot twist.
There is. The game all of a sudden goes for a stylistic, cel-shaded look with a color scheme that pops manga style. There is an intro cutscene to this game where they're I have a feeling they're yeah, we know the problems. Is the intro cinematic opening sequence is boss fights, presentation. Look at this. Tutorials is a feature on this game. Yes, the game opens with a tutorial, and I'm oh my god, I actually know how to play this game now. I actually know what the building up of your cost. So building up the cost of your cards, each of your card has a cost. And whenever your card, whenever you play too much cost, I believe what it does is it affects your turn order. The higher cost cards you play, the less you'll be able to move.
Makes sense.
Be active on your turns.
If you're doing something super powerful, you'll be less likely to be able to run around and do a bunch of other stuff. So you're kind of
So you have cards to mitigate and lower your total cost.
Yes.
I played enough. I played about 5 hours of Metal Gear Acid 2.
Okay.
And I checked, and I'm about halfway through this game, which I think is a good part.
Okay.
I do not care what is happening in the story.
But is it linked to Acid, do you think? Or
it is linked to Acid, and I did look up a couple of spoilery things, and it just stops. Any pretext of taking itself seriously is thrown out the window. Do you want me to spoil what the plot twist of this stupid Metal Gear Acid game is?
Yes.
If skip ahead like 10 seconds, listener, if you care about the story of a non-canon Metal Gear spinoff. This guy is a clone of Solid Snake.
Oh, fuck that. Fucking bullshit.
He is a clone of a clone. So right away, you are like, is that a metatextual level of like this game being like a clone of itself, but is kind of like weird and different? Then you think, oh, who cares? The deck building system is fun. The presentation of this game is like really cool. You're like in a VR setup to do the tutorial. All of your button prompts. Remember how I was saying like how you have to go to like a separate menu to see your button prompts? All your button prompts. Now you see like all the buttons on the screen, and they tell you with a symbol what they do. You see a punch button when you want to do CQC. You see, you're not planning out your. The biggest problem I have a lot of big problems with Metal Gear Acid 1, but the movement. You're like whenever you set your movement, like let's say I can move 3. You press forward 1, you see an arrow move. You press it again, you see the arrow move 3. And then all of a sudden you walk, you're like, okay, that works. You walk forward and then you're seen. And you're like, what? There was no indication. Now your character moves in real time to your movement. So you can see when you're moving up, it's like, ooh, he might see me there around that corner. Like it is much more visually coherent with what you're looking at. So
basically, because I was doing some thinking on why I so badly was interested in the Metal Gear Acid franchise. Some of this is I like Metal Gear Solid, okay, and so I was like, oh, more Metal Gear Solid. But also, I remember being just really enamored with the concept of like a non-canon, weird throwaway Metal Gear game.
Yeah.
And I like the idea of like a different gameplay style. Like I kind of like the idea of a deck building style. But it sounds like to me as I just skipped straight to Metal Gear Solid.
You skipped to Metal Gear Acid.
Metal Gear Acid 2, and I said,
"Fuck everything you want." One thing I love is that the deck packs in Metal Gear Acid and Metal Gear Acid 2 a lot of them are based on other Metal Gear games. Like the expansion packs are all based around here's the Metal Gear Solid 3 pack, here's the Metal Gear Solid 2 pack, here's the classic Metal Gear pack. So you can play like here's a Sniper Wolf card, here's the boss card, and they all have different abilities that kind of like tie into like their main mechanics. Like the Sniper Wolf card will give you make you a better shot. Like you have like an additional space of like shooting range.
Okay,
the Ocelot
might
card,
ask real quick because it's a card-based game. Do we have like good artwork on the cards?
Yeah, very cool artwork. Shinji Mikami art.
Okay.
Yes, on the cards.
That's the other factor I wanted to come into play.
Whenever you unlock a new deck in the shop in Metal Gear Acid 2, there's an 80s style commercial for the cards in the shop. Look out for the Metal Gear Solid 3 as it's like showing like big elaborate bombastic music while it's intercutting like clips from the game with like buy the card pack now available in the card shop.
Okay, fucking sold.
Yeah,
because
you get a secondary character in this game, so then all of a sudden once you get a feel for how to control and like how to build one deck, balancing your movement, your stealth abilities, and your like attack abilities, all of a sudden you get another character. So that's 2 decks you're managing. So like the female character, I feel really bad that I forget her name. It's not Meryl.
Is Meryl in the first game?
No,
because she's on the cover, ain't she?
No, that's a different character.
Is that a different character?
Yeah, it's a different character. There's a different female character in like a companion character in both of these games, and they have the personality of like a wet blanket. Who cares about everything? There's all you get like counteracted in this game by a guy who just like spouting like 2000s memes. So yeah, there's like the story is just like skip.
Which is such a weird thing for a Metal Gear game. But I guess it goes to show
only Kojima can write Kojima is basically what I'm getting.
You can't out Kojima. Like that's like we agreed to this. You have more tolerance for Kojima bullshit than I do.
Yes.
But even I do like Kojima bullshit. Like, dude, don't get me wrong. Fucking, Metal Gear Solid has a fist fight between 2 clones on top of a burning mech at the end.
Yes.
It's
objectively cool.
It's objectively cool. Metal Gear Solid 2, even with Raiden, still ends with a sword fight with the former president.
This game is not a very tacked series.
No, but fuck tack.
Yes.
But okay, I think another thing I want to mention is one of the reasons why I was so intrigued by these games
Mhm.
was the art, because I've seen the art so many times. That must be from Metal Gear Acid 2.
Yes.
I always see Solid. I'm sorry.
That's fine.
Because that art style is so striking that I was like, oh, maybe the game just has a ton of this, and I just want to look at this art. So maybe that's okay. So long story short, I'm gonna play Metal Gear Acid 2.
Metal Gear Acid 2 is such a fun game. There's the boss fights are great.
It's the one I heard the least about growing up, though.
Because everyone probably just played Acid 1.
It said, fuck
probably fell off of it and did not give 2 a chance. 2, again, in summary, fixes all the complaints, minus the story, that I've had with Metal Gear Acid 1, and I had a really fun time with it. It's a great portable game. If you can find a way to like put this on like an Ambernick Chinese handheld, that is a great way to like experience Metal Gear Acid 2.
We did a damn sponsorship. Well, listen, we could do shady sponsorships. We're not getting.
It's not shady. They're like legit Android devices.
Microsoft isn't going to sponsor us. All right, I'll ruin that in a heartbeat. Think about getting us. Think about us with a nice sponsor. Oh my god! But Chinese company doing Android devices. Oh shit! The ad reads. I am so happy that there was a twist.
Yeah,
because at first I was like, oh no, this is just a downer.
So if you want to see a video of me playing some Metal Gear Acid 2, that is on our YouTube channel. I did do a light streaming of that.
I highly suggest. I might go watch it.
I'm glad you didn't watch any of that.
I would not watch it.
Because
I was like, I can't. I gotta be fresh.
You gotta be fresh because you didn't know I jumped to 2 after 2 hours.
I mean, listen.
I was so frustrated that I'm like, I'm gonna play the sequel, and then right away I'm like, oh, this is a million times better.
I mean, oh no, not yawns on the podcast.
Oh no,
it's Monday night, boys and girls. No, I'm happy that was the twist.
Yes, I think you would like Metal Gear Acid 2.
I think Metal Gear Acid 2 will be in the game I play then.
The amount of times I accidentally ended my turn in Metal Gear Acid 1, but did not have that problem like at all with Metal Gear Acid 2.
Just seems like a better designed game.
It's a better designed game. It's a much more fun game. And there's an easy mode. So if you want to just take it chill and like do some light deck building and not really worry about... I was playing a very tactics-heavy game at the same time I was playing this one, so I did play Metal Gear Acid 2 on easy. Like breezing through it, I was like, this is fun. I'm building decks, I'm doing some stealth. Sometimes the stealth is working. It's great. Planning my routes through levels and stuff with my cards and everything. Being able to easily... It was a hassle in the first game to even like put your body flat against a wall.
Oh my god.
This one is just like, hey... Hit triangle to set your movement. Move towards the wall.
Yeah,
that's it. 2 buttons. Not like a menu to get settled to where you need to go. It was
12-step program.
Basically, that's what I was wrapping my head around Metal Gear Acid 1, and it's possible I was just playing the game wrong, but there was no indication of the game that I was playing it wrong. It's possible when Metal Gear Acid 2 literally is like, hey, we're just going to throw you into the tutorial. But I played the first game. It's like, no, you're going to play the tutorial.
It's like, motherfucker,
please play the tutorial.
We done fucked up once.
And every time I did something, I'm like, oh, that's how that works. every single tutorial step is like, oh, that's how I can crawl through ducks. Oh.
Do you think you could go back to 1 and like have a better time? Okay,
okay.
That was quick. Twist, boys and girls.
Yeah,
twist.
Like it wouldn't be Metal Gear Solid discussion without a plot twist. So.
Dun, dun, dun. Dun, 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 dun. When that collection coming out, that second collection.
If that comes out with Metal Gear Acid 2, if it comes out with 1 and not 2, I will be its biggest hater.
I mean, it better come out. It should come out with both.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, it should be 4. Acids, Portable Ops.
They could just do a collection of the PSP games.
Yeah, because Peace Walker, Portable Ops, Acid 1 and 2.
And the Metal Gear Solid digital comic that came out.
Oh, yeah. There was a digital... Well, yeah, throw that shit on there. I mean, because then... Why not? Why not? Let's talk about games we're playing next time.
Yes.
Michael, I have a vendetta.
With me?
No, not with you. Michael, what's my favorite video game franchise of all time?
Resident Evil?
Oh, close.
Doom?
Nah. in the ballpark. We love Space Marines around here.
No, let's see. You're gonna say it, and I'm gonna be like, oh, duh.
I have a green helmet over there.
Oh, Halo.
Yes, Michael. I didn't talk about this, but Campaign Evolved was announced.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I have a complex emotions on this game. I love Halo Combat Evolved. I love Halo Combat Evolved a lot. Now, I was talking to some people who also like video games, and they were very excited about this campaign. And I kept saying the same thing over and over and over again, that Halo Combat Evolved does not require a remaster or a remake. And this is just a glorified excuse for 343 to not make a new Halo game and people yell at me.
And to make it's to fund the next Halo game by putting it on
Bullshit.
PlayStation 5.
I don't think they have an idea what they're doing. I'll say it. This is why we don't have sponsorships. I saw this gameplay. I watched it. Is there some stuff I'm very excited about? Yes. Will I play it? Yeah. But Halo Combat Evolved doesn't need it. What the Halo franchise needs right now is a new, competently made Halo game.
Okay. So which competently made Halo game are you throwing at me?
Now, I have two options here for you, Mike.
Okay.
We can have the greatest Halo game ever made. And it's not the one you think it is. Or you can play the worst Halo game ever made.
Ooh, I like my choices. Okay, I'll talk about my history with Halo.
Yes, tell me your history with Halo.
I played and traded in later the Master Chief Collection.
Okay.
Played 1, 2, 3, some of Reach. I liked how I played of Reach. Played like half of 4, and was like, yeah, Halo's cool. It's not really my thing, but that was years ago. I'm ready to come back to it. There's one of the Halo series that I haven't played, and I have a feeling that might actually be your favorite. That's like the one I'm thinking of is like the Halo fans Halo.
It's
pick.
The one I'm thinking was my favorite that I played in my grand playback through of the Halo franchise last year.
Mm-hmm.
Was not one that you have played. My favorite. I'm gonna make this decision for you.
Okay.
Because I was contemplating making you play Halo 5, which is the worst Halo game that's ever been
Nathan
made.
Fillion in it, right? I mean, of course it can't be bad.
Your game does have Nathan Fillion in it. You are playing Halo ODST.
Yes.
Now,
yes.
ODST.
Yes. This is the one I missed.
Yes. ODST. I was thinking about this because there was a couple. I had a PlayStation 1 game I was going to give you. I had this and the other. I have complex feelings about Halo right now. I love the Halo franchise very deeply. I've loved it since I was old enough to play video games.
Mm-hmm.
Halo 3 is like the correct answer when people say it's the best Halo game. But my favorite Halo game is actually Halo Reach. But the game that I always want to give people is ODST. ODST is a completely different kind of Halo game. It is running off the Halo 3 kind of engine and stuff. It was a Halo 3...
Had the same multiplayer that you could like link together with Halo 3.
Well, it was
right?
like an expansion.
Yeah.
So ODST is an expansion of Halo 3. But ODST is a completely different kind of game. It's the only game in the franchise where we do not at all play as the Master Chief. I was thinking about giving you Reach, and then I was like, I should make you play the worst Halo game of all time, which is Halo 5 Guardians.
Two's my favorite I played. I really liked the 2 anniversary. Two anniversary they did.
Two's great.
Fantastic. Yeah.
2's great. But all this thought about Halo and like what needs to be redone and what doesn't need to be redone, and my current state of like irritation with the fact that like Halo. Listen, this is the last thing I'll say. 343 made a shit game in Halo 5 Guardians. It had good multiplayer, but it was a shit Halo game. In my grand replay through last year where I played everything Halo, I did not finish Halo 5 Guardians. I have played every other Halo game at least 5 times. I've never finished Guardians but once. Because Guardians is a shit fucking Halo game. But Halo, it's also the only one I don't own.
Mm-hmm.
I refuse to buy that thing. Halo Infinite.
I may have been given to that for. I think I was given. I
I'm
don't know if I
sorry.
still have it. Halo 5 for free because of like I hate this game. Do you want it? And I'm like, I'll take a free game.
I probably
and then
threw
never
a
played
copy
it
somewhere. Halo Infinite is not a bad game, but you can tell that they just don't know what to do with this franchise, and it is infuriating. And so my argument is, when I saw the campaign involved stuff, which does not have multiplayer being added, and it seems to be, in my opinion, 343 dodging their fucking make a new Halo game.
Oh, apparently I own a digital copy of Halo 5.
I'm sorry.
I think they gave that for free for some point, and I was like,
Probably
sure,
somebody
I'll play
gave
that.
it to you, and like, can you believe
No,
what
I
they did
had
to my boy?
I had a physical copy, and then I got the digital version. I was like, cool, I can trade in the physical copy
So
of a game I'll never play.
I am very much excited for you to play ODST. I'm gonna give you a physical copy.
I have a feeling I'm gonna really like this one.
ODST has one of the best soundtracks in the franchise.
Okay.
It has an open world mechanic.
Okay.
So ODST is based around like a
Strike Force, right?
So yes, you're playing as an orbital dropship trooper. They are special forces in a world where Spartans exist. So like, if you were some dude who wanted to join the UNSC and become the best of the best, you're never going to be a Spartan because you're not a child soldier. But you can become an ODST. They are the best of the best.
You can hunt monsters, but you're not a witcher.
Basically, these guys are the special forces of the ward, and then the Spartans showed up, and that wasn't fair to them. Yeah, like, oh shit, this guy's like 9 feet tall. But you are playing. It goes in. It's in timeline. It's right along the timeline of the beginning of Halo 2.
Okay.
So you're fighting in the same city that you play in the beginning of Halo 2. And there is vignettes throughout the game. So you are playing as a central character, and you are discovering the events of the night before. I'm really, really excited about you playing ODST. It's a really, really good Halo game. I've been thinking about Halo a lot ever since the campaign evolved, which is also a dumb
That's
name.
a terrible
It's
name.
a fucking
I
stupid
hate
name,
it.
too. Listen, last thing I'll say. Halo Combat Evolved is one of the greatest video games of all time. Is it perfect? No. But this is what, there's already a nice they did a remaster of this thing. It's fine. It's a fine way to play Halo. This just strikes me as, we don't know what to do with this fucking franchise. So we'll give you a game that you liked before, and we'll stick it on PlayStation 5. It is infuriating to me because, once again, I feel like I want you to prove to me that you can make a modern Halo game. Because what I feel like what they're going to do instead is just remaster the original trilogy. And that's all well and good, but I really would like to see a new Halo game instead. And I don't know. It rubbed me wrong. I watched the gameplay footage. It's like my favorite. It's one of my favorite Halo levels of all time, the Silent Cartographer. But it's like, the whole time I watched it, I was just like, yeah,
I've been here before.
This is nostalgia bait. Also, you motherfuckers haven't shown me that you can do this. How about you get on your... Go make a new one, damn it. It really fucking rubbed me wrong. Is it nerd rage? Entirely. It's not that serious, bro, you say. Sure, whatever. Fuck your TikTok. But for me, it's just a matter of principle of like, dude, I just don't feel like you know what to do with this franchise. So you're going back to the Bungie ones, and you're going to remake them. And yeah, cool, I get to see Flowhammer this time. That's cool. Flowhammer is the pilot of the Pelican. Like, as a Halo fan, I'm like, oh, that's neat, but I would rather you make a new fucking Halo game. Okay.
Are you okay?
No!
Okay.
But you're playing ODST. ODST is a great fucking Halo game.
I will play Halo ODST.
It's great. Nathan Fillion
Don't hurt
is
me.
in this. Nathan Fillion's in this. You're going to have a great time.
Yeah.
It's pre-Spartan Nathan Fillion.
Oh, okay.
Back before Spartans could just be anybody.
Okay.
Eric's not mad about that either.
Okay.
Fuck Spartan 4s, too. I don't like Spartan 4s. Okay. Continue. Mike was like, I'm gonna have to censor so much of Eric just bitching and moaning about Halo lore.
So much. So, I did some feeling out. I sent you some pictures to like get a general feel for like a vibe you're going for. I sent like a Studio Ghibli type thing. I sent like a really colorful, whimsical mountain, and then I sent like a spooky ghost ship.
Spooky ghost ship.
Eric's picked the spooky ghost ship. So I'm actually glad you picked this one. This is a game that I unfortunately can. It's a type of game you can only play once. And I was thinking about this one pick for you because I feel like every time we've played an adventure style game, you've really loved it, despite the fact you're not really an adventure game guy.
I mean,
I feel like what keeps you from some of these games is like the obtuseness of like point and click mechanics.
Yeah.
So I was like, this is a game that I was thinking about as a means of like, well, I'll never get that first experiences again because this is a game you can only really have that first experience once with. So in order to get like experience it again, I gotta like kind of live this game again through someone else. This is a mystery game.
Okay.
This is a game where you're piecing together a mystery of what happened to an entire ship that comes back to the
Ghost of the Obsidian.
This is Return of the Obsidian.
Return of the Obsidian.
Yes.
Okay, I'm ready. I have not played this. I was very excited. I wanted to play it, so it's been on my list. I'm excited about playing this.
I love this game, but it's one you can only play once in a way because there's a mystery to it. You're solving the mystery.
It's the equivalent of like what's a good example of one of those?
Outer Wilds is one.
The Outer Wilds, even like the Life is Strange and stuff like that. Like I don't want to replay that game. Like I like Life is Strange, but I'm never going to replay it.
Mm-hmm.
Like I had the experience I had with it,
and it's a good game. It's like
Gone Home.
Yeah,
it's like Gone Home.
Yeah, sort of like that. Like this is a much more like of an actual. Not to say Gone Home's like not an actual game, but you get what I mean. Like there's
Gone Home is a walking simulator.
Yeah, but this is very much like putting pieces together, and there is like a win state in this thing. So I have a feeling you will either truly devour this game or you will bounce off and go, I do not I cannot like wrap my head around this weird stupid thing. But I have a feeling that that you do love a good mystery.
I love mysteries.
This is a very much a weird mystery. You know nothing about like the overall narrative of this
Nothing.
thing. Okay.
I do know there's a ship that's returned and we're doing the investigation.
The ship has returned.
Aren't we like
you play as an insurance investigator.
Yeah.
So you have to the main goal is you're figuring out for every single person, all 50 something names on that ship. You just go, you have a manifest. Who was this person in this picture? And how did they die?
Yeah, you're basically figuring out. You're doing like a post-accident report.
Yeah, basically of what happened to the ship. Ship returned years later. No one is on it. What happened? Get to the bottom of this. You and your supernatural pocket watch, where you can relive the events of what happened of the very moment that someone loses their life.
I mean, this sounds right up my fucking alley.
Yes, I have a feeling you will love this. So we'll see if I can get... This is my first test of the Switch family game trade thing. We'll see if that works. If not, I have my Switch One here with access to the game too. So we'll get you up and running.
This is exciting. I like this idea a lot.
It's a good post-Halloween autumn curl up with a good mystery story type vibe. So.
I remember when this came out. It sounded like something I wanted to play, but I believe it came out at a time in which I was like very invested in some like other things. I just never got to play it. So I'm excited about this. I remember it being talked about a lot on the Giant Bomb Game of the Year discussion that year. Mr. Patrick Klepek, I believe, was pushing hard for this or something.
Someone like that.
Somebody was like Patrick or somebody. Okay, this is also a good dichotomy of two games. Like I always like when we have two very unique weird games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're gonna play some Return to the Obsidian, and I'm gonna play some Halo 3 ODST.
Halo 3 ODST back when things were good.
Mm-hmm. I may have been listening to the Obsidian soundtrack in hype of like getting this game off.
Soundtrack wise, you're about to have a great time with soundtrack. ODST has one of the best soundtracks. It has a particular song that I listen to all like it's my like end of the day when I'm tired.
Which 2000s post-hardcore band did the song for Halo 3 ODST?
I don't remember this part. It's the smooth jazz Marty O'Donnell.
What? I just assumed it would be a post-hardcore song, but apparently
no, that's not. I mean, listen, the greatest song for the Halo franchise is the Breaking Benjamin song that was in the Halo 2 soundtrack, which they're playing live now and are pulling off Master Chief cosplayers to show up and walk around while they're playing it live. And the entire backing thing is just gameplay footage from Halo 2. Don't tell me that's not fucking cool.
Of all that style of bands in the mid-2000s, Breaking Benjamin I always had a soft spot for. They were always good.
Them and like a 3 Days Grace were like slightly better than everybody else at that style of like early 2000s alt rock. Like for every Stained, there was still a Breaking Benjamin. So like Breaking Benjamin has some bangles.
Don't like Seether?
Fucking 3 Days Grace is a better version of Seethel.
Yeah.
And like Breaking Benjamin is probably the best of those alt rock bands. They got some good stuff. Diary of Jane's a good song.
Diary of Jane, Breathe, I Will Not Bow.
I Will Not Bow. Like, listen, it's dad rock. It's dad rock. Like your dad, or cool dad.
Ooh, Give Me a Sign, really good. Like,
that's a good
South Ballad.
But yeah, they had the Halo soundtrack, and they're playing it live while Halo 2 footage is in the background. Fucking cool as hell.
That's amazing.
I would go see Breaking Benjamin just to see that. State of the Save, everybody. It's good to be back with another episode. Hit us up on our social medias at State of the Save. Send your emails to @stateofthesave@gmail.com. And as always, thank you very much. Make sure you like and subscribe. Do all that fun stuff so we can get more people on here. Because we're coming back, baby. One day at a time. Stay safe out there.